Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is about 10 Pokemon cards that I think will actually rebound in price after the market conditions we've seen in the last 2 to 3 weeks. In case you've been living under a bit of a rock, 2025 has been huge for Pokemon card singles. There are a lot of Sword and Shield singles that are finally getting the love that they deserve and also are proving to probably show or see some natural growth. But the real story has been Scarlet and Violet era. There's been a lot of illustration rares and also some special illustration rares, but in particular illustration rares that have seen insane amounts of growth. And this isn't a video about the reasons for that, although I'll give a little bit of background on it in a second. This is a reason about 10 of them that I think will rebound really, really strongly. Or in some cases, very, very strongly. So what happened essentially, and again, this isn't a video about reasons why this has happened. I've already done those sort of videos, but you know, a lot of content creators have spruiked cards. A lot of people have bought out cards. There's been coordinated buyouts from groups. There's been people just buying bulk copies of singles for the grading play to grade them and of course aim to make profit off them. There's been that FOMO effect where maybe someone's bought them for a grading play and then it's started to uptick in price, so other people have jumped on board. So it might not just be one person buying 100 copies. It might be one person buying 20 copies and then this FOMO or spiral or flow-on effect. So long story short, there's been a lot of Scarlet and Violet illustration rares and special illustration rares that have gone to unreasonable heights, places where they probably shouldn't have gone to, and the price doesn't really deserve to be there. And I've made multiple videos about this saying that, well, a lot of these prices will come back down to earth. But now that they are coming back down to earth, and in some cases very, very quickly, it's like, well, what's the old saying? Take the stairs up and the escalator down. It's almost like these singles have taken the escalator up and the escalator down. They've come back to earth just as quickly as they went back up. But some of them, I believe, deserve a slightly stronger price than where they sit. This isn't one of those videos like, here's 10 singles that are about to boom in price. This is a video about 10 cards that have seen rapid growth and then a rapid reduction in price, but probably still maybe sit somewhere in the middle of that sort of space, and they're going to find their equilibrium, because keep in mind, Scarlet and Violet is such a young era. Eventually they'll go out of rotation and a lot of these cards will be rarer, and we've seen that with a lot of Sword and Shield singles at the moment. So let's jump into it. Number one is the Drowsy from Scarlet and Violet base. When I think of this card, and just to talk you through some numbers, like it was, what, a $30 card a few months ago, and then it rose to like an $80 card, and now it's back to a $30 card. So it's come back down to earth as quickly as it went up. But long story short, when I think of Scarlet and Violet base, and I think of this new era of Pokemon cards, we're starting to see silver borders, we get new rarities, and in particular one rarity, which is illustration rare. Although this isn't the greatest Pokemon, it's not. Of course, it's an original 151. But when I think of illustration rares, there's something about this card that sort of epitomizes that word, doesn't it? Illustration. This is a real artist's perspective of Drowsy. And I think for that fact, look, I don't think it's an $80 card or a $90 card, but can it rebound from $30 back up to maybe a $40 or $50 card? Particularly if we get that, when eventually, when is it, April next year, when Scarlet and Violet base goes out of rotation. This is a card in the next 12 months that could rebound quite quickly. It's not a bad looking card. Yes, it's not the fan favorite Pokemon, like I said, but it's not a bad looking card. And by the way, all these graphs that I'm showing are of course by the sponsor of this video, Collector. These are all straight off the Collector app. Link will be in the description to download it. You can see how easy it is to use and navigate and see price points and add your collection and add your investments in. Extremely good app. So urge everyone to download it if they don't have it. Number two is Tyranitar from Paldea Evolved. So this was like a $43 card, shot all the way up to a $51 card, and back down now, again, nearly where it started like Drowsy, to about a $45 card. This is a good looking Pokemon card. Paldea Evolved is a good Pokemon card set. This card is worth quite decent money in a PSA 10. That will put some pressure on, pricing for the singles. We've seen it with the Magikarp from Paldea Evolved. If the PSA 10 demands an extremely high price, the singles price or the raw price will also reflect that to some degree. And look, again, once Paldea Evolved gets out of that rotation cycle, there's every chance that this Tyranitar could rally back up to being a $60 or $65 card. I think this is one that will rebound eventually from where it sits. Number three on my list of talking about cards that have come back down as quickly as they went up is Ninetales from Obsidian Flames. It went from $20 to $35, back down to $20. So we're seeing like, nearly 100% growth and then like nearly 100% reduction in price. Just like that in the space of 3 months. And I hate to say I told people so, but I sort of did. I said, look, a lot of these cards, you're looking at daily sales. You're looking at average daily, I'll get it out in a second. You're looking at average daily sales on TCG Player of like, 22 cards a day. And then all of a sudden you have 80 sold, 120 sold, 140 sold, 120 sold. And we see this massive uptick in price because of increased volume of purchases, which is putting massive upward pressure on the singles price. It can't sustain that sort of volume. It just can't. That's due to whether it's buyouts or FOMO, like I mentioned before, and as a result, we see this massive reduction in price. But this is a good-looking Pokemon card. It's Ninetales. Yeah, the pull rates aren't all that difficult, but eventually, again, Obsidian Flames is going to go out of rotation, and any of these cards that have shown they can get to a certain point means they can maybe get somewhere back in the middle of there. So this is one card that I also think will rebound. Number 4, the Gardevoir from Paldean Fates. This is a beautiful Pokemon card. It went from like $88 up to $95 and it's back down to $85. So it's retraced more than where it started 3 months ago, which is odd. But Paldean Fates, I feel it's such a better set, including myself, than what a lot of us gave it credit for when it was launched. The Bubble Mew's fantastic, the Charizard's fantastic, and this Gardevoir's fantastic. Fantastic artwork. Look, is it going to be a $150 card one day? Probably not. Will it rebound back from, the $85 price point? Well, eventually. There's talks of reprints for a lot of sets coming out, and then obviously when sets get reprints from Scarlet and Violet era, it's going to add more volume of singles on the market. But hey, look, it should rebound. Number 5 on the list, this deserves some love, and that's the 151 Zapdos. It went from $60 up to $71 and back down to $62. So the common trend here, a lot of these cards where they started 3 months ago, although they've seen massive upticks in price, have returned very rapidly, almost back to the same price. The good thing about this card, though, is there's lots of things in its favour. It's 151. A lot of people still saying that is the best set, or at least the most nostalgic set, of course, of the Scarlet and Violet era. Not only is it a Zapdos card, but you've also got the Articuno and the Moltres chilling in the background with an amazing artwork on the card. Like, there's every chance I think this card could come back in price. Number 6 on the list is Ghastly from Temporal Forces. Hasn't this card had a wild ride? Like, it had a wild start when, Temporal Forces come out, where it looked like it got absolutely shielded up and bought out and everything else in between. But it was $36 3 months ago, then it went to $59. Now it's nearly back down to where it started at $43. This card's one of those cards where I think down the track, that whole Ghost Psychic vibe, again, and I keep saying this, once it goes out of rotation, Temporal Forces, and people realise they can't get their hands on any more product, these cards are going to be a bit rarer. The grading play is not too bad on this card. Not only does it have Ghastly in the frame, you've also got Haunter and Gengar, so you've got the whole lineup of the trio there. I think this card will rebound in price a little bit. Number 7, my boy Alakazam, still to this day the best special illustration rare we've ever seen in Scarlet and Violet era. This Alakazam's artwork's phenomenal. How is it not worth more? It's crazy. Just buy it. Buy it and push the price up to where it needs to be. And when it does go up, you can blame me. Alakazam was $42. It went up to $56, where it at least deserves to be, and now it's back to $46. This card's so good looking. Like, it is the best looking special illustration rare we've got. The texture on it's phenomenal. Alakazam doing his work in, that's going to sound like a bad, doing his work in someone's bedroom. Let's say attic, doing his work in someone's attic. Good looking card, deserves, I've lost the plot now though, and deserves to be worth more. It will rebound because it's the best special illustration rare. Number 8, Eevee from Twilight Masquerade. Again, this card has had an absolute wild ride. $73 all the way up to $105 recently, and now back down to $65, so retraced more from where it started. What this shows though is this Eevee did hold a particular price point for a period of time and then also took another ramp up, but has come back down to earth less than the price that it proved it could sort of hold for a long period of time. Look, it's not an evolution, but it is Eevee, and it's a phenomenal looking artwork, isn't it? There's so many Eevees in the room and on the chair there. It's a card that should rebound based on just the quality of the Pokemon and the quality of the artwork on there. 2 to go. Number 9, Milotic from Surging Sparks. And look, this is a hard one. Pull rates are incredibly tough in Surging Sparks, which has meant a lot of singles are worth more than some of the earlier Scarlet and Violet sets. $132 this was sort of 3 months ago at the start of the year, pumped up to $152 and then back down to $132 again where it started. This is a damn good looking Pokemon card. Look, I know it's a lot of people's favorite. It's a fairly popular Pokemon, Milotic. Look, if it was Gyarados, I think it would have been better. But hey, look, in this case, I think this is a card that can rebound in price. Like, it'll hold. It's a strong pull. Surging Sparks is a strong Pokemon card set. It's the strongest booster box set we've seen so far. Probably until Destined Rivals comes out very shortly. But yeah, strong set. Number 10, this is a good looking card. It's also quite playable, and that is the Wailord from Journey Together. Now look, I've said this all along. When a set first comes out, we look at Wailord, we see where it was on the graph at $61. It's down to $26. Has it hit the floor yet? Probably not. Like, it could go down to like a $15 card. I haven't done much analysing of pull rates in Journey Together, so I'm not sure, the odds of pulling this card. I probably need to do a little bit of research on that. But this is a phenomenal artwork. I think it's something different. Like, it's something different we haven't seen before. Like Wailord didn't get an Altart or anything like that throughout Sword and Shield. I don't think it got a Trainer Gallery either, did it? So it's cool to see it in an illustration rare. And look, maybe once this gets to a floor, I'm going to say this is a good pickup and it should rebound in price. There we have it. 10 examples of cards that have seen massive growth and massive retraction, and 10 examples that I think can rebound in price. I'm Michael. This is PokeOz. Catch everyone next time.